That's not plugged in, but that's okay. Ready?
Ready.
What's up, everyone?
What's up, family? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We're still trying to figure out what caused our camera to freeze yesterday. I think I know what it is, and that's because Apple has like these 4 ports.
Should we ask if people can hear us first?
I know everybody can hear us. I think everybody can hear us.
Can you hear us?
It says we went live, so we're waiting. It's up there. So I can hear us on my Apple, on my iPad. So.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I have to get a hub because I'm using these little tiny hubs for the USB-C, but they're not Thunderbolt 3. They're USB-C, and it can't handle a bunch of things coming in it. So I get to spend more money.
Yay!
What's going on, guys? Welcome to day 4 already, right? Of 12 days of serving.
And I'm going to apologize right now because I'm going to sound like Fran Dresser. I don't know what is going on.
Rachel got my illness.
But my nose. So I'm going to be Rudolph the Red-Nosed Rachel.
Kita, Miriam said we can hear you and see you are moving. He said we can hear you, but there's an awful hum in the background. Let me check.
I don't know what is going on.
Rachel got my illness. I don't hear a hum.
Don't hear it on ours.
Does everybody else have a hum? Because I don't hear a hum. Chris said, I bet your mom can hear you.
Bet your mom can hear ya.
Sybil said, I love the outfit.
Thank you.
Miriam said, I'm so good, thank you, to Heath. So Tara's on. Hey, family.
Hey, what's up?
Today was, Miriam said I hear no hum. Heather says, I don't hear a hum. Okay. So that makes me feel good. So everything sounds fine. Rebecca, I took care of your stuff. I sent everything out. Yeah, the first email we got from you, we didn't get an address. You just said, hey, I won. What do I have to do?
That's how I would be. I'm like, what? I never win anything.
So, what was I going to... I just saw somebody. Oh, Tara. So today is day 4 of the 12 days of serving, which is inspire somebody online, which is super easy for everybody in our group, but especially Miss Tara.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Do you ever see Tara not inspiring somebody online?
Every place she goes is inspiring. What she does for a living is inspiring. She's totally
Shirley
inspiring.
said it's Heath's hearing age.
Aww. Next stop, Joe. You know that's the next stop.
Chris said no hum. Born is the wrong song.
No hum, no hum.
You're like, little drummer boy.
Yes.
It took her a while.
I know. I'm slow on the uptake today.
Donna is Paul said ditto on the never win train.
I did, recently totally make out like a bandit at a bridal shower.
Yes, you did.
But that is like so rare. Usually, never win. You do not want me picking your lottery numbers.
Miss Rachel is on. She said, hello, Rachel and Joe. Rachel, you were sorely missed last night.
You were.
Everybody was like, where's Rachel? Reminding everybody to hit the like button.
I know. You're so awesome, Rachel. So is everybody having a good Monday?
I am, except for the fact that you're sick.
Yeah, well, it happens. At least I got all my work done today. I would like to apologize to anybody I texted or emailed back because Lord only knows what I said in my fog.
Tara said, I love you guys. I'm sitting here crying because the last thing I feel is inspiring today.
Oh my goodness, Tara, you are inspiring every single day. There is some days, if I'm having just a really crappy day, I will usually go on and just look for a post from Tara. Usually I'm looking for somebody that says like, hey, I'm new to the Facebook family group. Usually Tara is right there with a big welcome to the family. She just inspires me every single day. Tara, you make me want to be a better person, lady. You're awesome.
Slapstick said I used to be on the no-win train, but I have a cookbook arriving tomorrow.
That's right. You got off at the cookbook stop. There's no more no-win train for you, Mr. Christopher. Chris
said we all forgot to hit like.
Oh, that's okay.
Heather said I let 2 families with little kids in front of me at the chiropractor today.
Oh my gosh.
That is a win right there because there's no way I'm letting anybody in front of me when it comes to a doctor's office because you never know how long you're going to wait.
Right, man. That is nice. That is like next level Christmasing right
So
there.
talk about getting annoyed. Another place I would never let somebody in line in front of me is at the Comcast Xfinity office.
Oh, yes.
So I got so frustrated. So we signed up. We switched over from AT&T to Xfinity, last month. I'm glad we did because our now I'm fighting with AT&T. That's another whole story. But
It's like an old lady.
well, here's the thing is that we canceled our DirecTV early, and I have in writing in email that if you cancel early, you have to pay $10 per month for every month you don't use out of your contract.
Who knew
Which
that
means I owe $120 in cancellation fee.
cable services requires a blood oath?
Oh, I know. Well, this was DirecTV.
Okay.
So I was fine to pay the $120 cancellation fee because they increased my rates by $200 a month. So
Jeesh.
that's going to make it. They sent me a bill saying, no, the cancellation fee is $20 a month for every month that you don't use the service. I'm like, no. I have in writing it's $10 a month. They're like, that doesn't matter what you have in writing.
I'm getting some cheese.
You're getting charged $20 a month. And I'm like, I'm not paying $20 a month. Send me the collection. She's like, fine, we'll send you a collection. I'm like, good. You know what I'll do
the
is
16th?
in 6 weeks, the collection agency will call me and settle for 50% anyway. But I'm fighting with them because I have in writing that it's a $10 a month fee. So anyway, I'm on my computer today and I get this little pop-up notice that says you are 90% through your data cap for the month.
It's
with
the 16th.
Comcast. And we're only 15 days in the month. So I immediately called Xfinity and when I signed up, I was told I don't have a data cap. The
I
guy's
can't taste this at all.
well, why are you trying?
I can't break me fast.
The guy says to me, no, you absolutely have a terabyte data fast. I'm like, I know the woman told me 5 times there was no data cap. So he pulls up the recording. He's like, well, she did say that, but here's the thing. You're using your own modem. I'm like, yeah, I paid $200 for my modem. He's like, well, the no data cap only applies if you rent a modem from us. I'm like, well, how much is it to get rid of the data cap? He's like, $50 a month. I'm like, how much is it to rent your modem? He's like, $15 a month. I'm like, I'll be right down to get your modem.
Fruit punch in a glass mason
Are you not
jar
even paying attention to me?
is the best way to drink Zip Fizz.
It is.
It is.
So yeah, we had to wait in line for 45 minutes at the Xfinity office to pick up the modem that I had reserved for me.
Well, if you were a nice person, you would let someone go in front of you.
There's no way I'm letting somebody go in front of me at Xfinity. So that's what that whole story was at. The coffee is done. But you know what? I found the awesome way. Here's the great thing about technology. Because we're in the middle of a live stream, we're simply going to pull up our messenger and go, bring mom a cup of coffee.
Oh, wow.
And now it'll get hand delivered to you by one of our children.
Oh, my goodness. You think?
So hopefully one of them will be on their phone. Okay, so let's get back to the comments. Terry said I won the Trader Joe's gift card for bringing a bag. Well, that's cool.
Wow. That's a good win.
Rachel said, there she is. Please click the thumbs up button as you enter.
Yay.
Heather said, Terry, you're amazing.
She is amazing.
Rebecca said it's buffering really bad. Not sure if it's my internet. Is everybody else buffering? It shouldn't be buffering with gigabytes sitting. Buffering here too. It keeps buffering.
Oh,
I was
man.
buffering. It's buffering. Tell all our children to get off of the internet.
All children off internet.
Chris said the only reasonable reason for going to the Xfinity store is return hardware. I deeply despise that place.
You know, and if you don't deal with them now, you always deal with them when you sell a house. Because
Yes.
somehow they're like, you owe me something. Oh, man.
Look how awesome that
kid.
is. We have
Thank
awesome
you.
kids. If you guys are live streaming, if you guys are streaming movies, please tell Caleb to please don't stream movies while we're live streaming.
Yes.
Because Xfinity stinks.
They
But
do.
it's better than AT&T.
It is.
So Keto Chess said, my kids would never bring me a cup of coffee. And Miriam says it's not buffering. Heather said it's fixed now. It's not buffering now. Awesome.
Probably our children stopped doing whatever they were doing.
John said it buffered only once.
Okay, good.
Okay, so Nicole said it did for a minute. I'm all better. Good. Now I can go back and find what comments I missed.
All right.
So Tara said, I need this. It's been a very bad, no good Monday. Diagnosed one of my cats with lymphoma about an hour ago. He belonged to my best friend who died 3 years ago. You just blessed someone
Oh,
online.
man. Well, we love you, Tara. And we're going to be praying for that kitty cat. Man, our fur babies are so precious. Oh my goodness. We need them to get well.
Yeah. Patty said, happy to catch the live. Shh, I'm at work in a school library.
Ooh, I always wanted to work at a library. Always. I always thought that was the coolest place. And actually, Joe will tell you whenever I have any free time and can get away by myself, I go to the library. I just love it.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful there. I love reading, the books and just hanging out. I love the library.
Heather said, I just
Super
called
nerdy.
DirecTV to see if my contract is up, and it is, so we will be canceling soon. My thing with them is just like I have in writing, it's a $10 a month cancellation fee, so why are you charging me $20? And he said, well, that's our policy. I'm like, but it's in writing that it's $10. And he actually said to me, I don't care what you have in writing.
You know what it reminds me of? Like a boyfriend or girlfriend that will not take the breakup. Like, no, we're still going out.
Slapistic said, I went to the Xfinity to return my hardware. They took my name to wait in line. I just sat it on the floor and left.
Oh my gosh.
That's about what I would do.
That's pretty ballsy.
My thing is that the guy on the phone said that we're going to do it all over the phone so you can walk in and just pick it up. Just give him your name and you can pick it up. There's nothing you have to sign, nothing you have to do, nothing you have to activate. And I go in, the guy's like, no, you have to wait. And he's like, and we're really busy today.
It's like the DMV.
The worst part was I didn't tell Anthony we were going there.
So you have to trick him in.
It was one of those.
No one wants to go there.
We're going to drop off the FedEx, and then I was taking Anthony out to Tucker Duke's for lunch because on Mondays, Tucker Duke's does something called a $10 Mondragon. And if you've never been to Tucker Duke's, and I know there's a few around the country, a Mondragon is a half-pound burger with 6 slices of bacon on it, 6 slices of cheddar cheese, and an egg on top.
Hello.
I mean, it's like, just dump the bun, and it is a keto dream.
And they will wrap it in lettuce for you.
They wrap it in, well, they don't do wrap it in lettuce. They just put a lot more, they only have, like, the spring mix. They don't have the lettuce wrap.
Well, they did some for me once.
Oh, okay. Well, they don't have this, they only have the spring mix now. So they just give you a bunch of extra lettuce, which I'm fine with.
Fine.
So anyway, on Saturday, we got home from our games, and Rachel's brother had, after she did shipping all day long and had to go to church, dropped off a bunch of shipping. So Anthony did all the shipping.
How nice is that?
So we had like 90 boxes. So the two of us banged it out in an hour, and I said, I'm going to take you out to lunch for that.
I told him, like, no Christmas present necessary. That was like the greatest Christmas present ever.
So yeah, so I said to him, we're just going to go drop off the shipping and go out to eat. And then after we dropped off the shipping, I start heading the other way, and he's like, what are you doing?
Wait, what are we going?
And
What's
I'm
happening?
like, oh, I have to go to the Xfinity store, but it'll only be a second.
Man.
So when it wasn't a second, he was not happy.
Isn't that always errands with mom and dad? There's always one more, and it's terrible.
Well, what it was he was 2 hours past, I haven't eaten.
Uh-oh.
And so I just delayed the not eating by another hour.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Rachel said, what cheese flavor did I miss yesterday? What was yesterday's cheese flavor? It was a cheddar, wasn't it?
I think so. Today's Eden.
Tara
like the Garden
said,
of Eden.
I love this family. You're such a blessing to me.
But E-D-E-N. E-D-A-N. Not E-D-E-N.
Chris said, make sure you disable the Xfinity built-in Wi-Fi. No point sharing your connection with the world.
True that.
Yeah, they gave me the modem, and they're telling me, like, oh, you don't need your modems. You can just go get rid of your modems and just use ours. And in 14 days, our thing is going to send you a thing so that you can, like, add more little, I don't know, discs around. But I have, like, 3 modems in a mesh network throughout my house. So I may just, like, put their modem into a bridge mode and use my own personal modems.
All I hear is the Charlie Brown teacher.
Chris knows what I'm talking about.
Wah, wah, wah.
Plus, their modem only has 1 Ethernet jack on the back, and my modem has 8, and then
The
8 in my
humanity.
bedroom. So because we ran hardwire throughout the entire house.
I still don't
So
understand
I'm gonna
anything
have to
you're
go
saying.
buy a bridge and a switch, and I don't know.
Like London bridges?
Miriam said, my kids would never bring me a cup of coffee. Oh, we got past all this now. Keto Chow. Miriam says, Star Wars mug. I love Star Wars. When are you going to the new movie? We are going on Saturday. So we were going to go on Tuesday.
These were her earrings. I want
know.
those earrings.
We were going to go on Tuesday because AMC does $5 tickets.
But they
on
got
Tuesday.
smart on us.
So then we went to book the tickets today, and it says, well, $5 tickets is not applying on December 24th or December 31st.
Because that is a huge go to the movies day for
Yeah.
a lot of families. Like, I know Miss Beth always goes to the movie on December 24th and also the 31st. Are you guys go to the movies on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, people? Like, there's a lot of people I know that's a holiday tradition.
I
is
remember
go
when
to the
I was
movies.
a kid, my dad and I saw Godfather 3 on Christmas.
Oh my gosh, it's such a heartwarming movie.
We were in Miami, too. We were visiting in Miami.
Such a lovely, fuzzy movie.
So,
Actually, Godfather 3 was the worst. It was the worst. That was the one with Andy Garcia, wasn't it?
yes.
What a
but
terrible
it's another
movie.
one of those you had to see it to wrap up the whole
What was wrong with Sofia Coppola? I was like, yes, please kill her. Please.
So what we ended up doing, Anthony and I also went to Costco when we were going to buy those tickets, like, because you can get a discount. It's like $35 for 4 tickets to AMC.
Yes.
So we went and bought those, and we're still going to go on Tuesday, but now we've decided that we're going to go to see it in the Premiere, Anthony, I don't know, it's some weird 3D, Premiere 3D where the screen wraps around you, it's curved.
Do I get to take home
But now
one
we're
of
not
the
using
actors?
those tickets because the tickets are good for any time of the day.
Okay.
And then you have to pay the 3D surcharge, which is like $5 per seat. The problem is we're going to go at 11 in the morning on Christmas Eve.
Oh, so why bother?
And so they're only charging $12 to see the movie at 11 in the morning.
Okay.
And that's with the 3D price. So they're only giving you $7 for the ticket, the voucher that we have, which I paid $9 for it. So we're just going to save those for later. Unless we would go to the later movie, because then it's like $20 to see the movie.
we probably should have seen Rambo in that.
So we're going to save the 4 things.
Blood
So
would
anyway,
be right there.
Long story. We're going on Tuesday at 11:15 to see the 3D premiere version.
I'm excited.
So whatever that means.
Please, Kylo Ren and Rey get together. Please.
Heather said, tell him to bring me a cup of coffee too.
Absolutely.
Ann said, I spent most of my working days working in a library.
Ooh.
Chris said, I have a schedule that disables the Wi-Fi to all the devices in the entire house except critical hardware when I'm doing a live stream. Really bugs the kids. We've never had that issue. That probably wasn't that. It probably was just a Comcast issue because we do have the gigabit service.
There is something going on down the street. There is about 12 trucks that are working on something.
Chris said, you better watch out, Wayne, or you'll lose me. I did lose you like 6 months ago. So they're all saying Chris is smart.
He is smart.
Heather said just 1 egg on that. Yeah, just 1 egg on that burger. But it's like 1,000 calories without the bun. Let's see. Terry said, hello, you two. I need one of your t-shirts. There is a link on our website for Keto Swag. All of the t-shirts are done through Amazon, which is really cool because
If there's
it's
any
Prime.
problem.
If there's any kind of a problem, you return it. There's no charge for returning it. And it only takes them like 4 days. They
Right.
tell you 7 days, but it
Teespring.
generally takes like 4 days.
Spring. Teespring was
Teespring, which is what we tried before. First of all, they charge you a fortune for shipping, and it took like 3 to 4 weeks to get it. It
Yeah,
was,
you'd be like, I
ridiculous.
forgot about
I'm
this
loving Amazon.
channel.
Got the idea from Chris. Slapstick said half the days are cheddar of some type. That's okay. I love it.
They are. I've seen a lot of repeats, which is kind of surprising to me. I don't know. Is Aldi putting this out because they have so much variety of cheeses in their store? I'm a little bit surprised that there's any repeats at all. To be honest.
Chris said Joe is like a scale. He's a lying liar that lies about going to Xfinity.
Uh-oh.
Heather said, me too, Rachel, I have no clue. He said, Joe, did you get my IG DM about the pork rind tortilla recipe? I did. I just haven't gotten a chance to really look into it.
A pork rind
It's
tortilla?
a pork rind tortilla recipe.
Oh.
I've been working on actually making a good tortilla.
Yeah.
And I think I've got a good
I
one.
think you're there.
But the problem is, like, it's always slightly off because I'm working with coconut flour. So I'm trying to find the exact amount of water that I need for
But
it.
I think you're really close. It's very good.
The only problem with it is
I forgot where I put it. Oh, it's up here.
Oh, yeah, but I didn't eat 15.
You didn't eat 15.
No.
Okay, so we can tell her exactly what it is.
Yesterday was cheddar. White
Cheddar.
cheddar.
It's better.
Yeah,
With
so
cheddar.
the only thing is with this recipe, you will absolutely have to have a tortilla press, but they're not expensive, so. John said,
One more
watch out, my
gadget.
internet provider charges when they do the Wi-Fi from their hardware. So with Xfinity, it's not supposed to be charged. It's all supposed to be free. But I have very good expensive gaming routers because the boys and I were always big gamers, so I even have a separate router in my office.
The moment you say supposed to, though,
No.
you're supposed to.
I wasn't supposed to have to worry about a data cap either. And we've used an entire terabyte halfway through the month. So, but yeah, I even have a separate router for me that when I log on, it makes sure that like I can only connect to local servers and don't connect to like other countries so that I have an advantage. It's kind of like online cheating, but not cheating.
Cheaters never prosper.
It's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's giving me an advantage. It's giving me a connection. And whereas most people don't have a way to say like, don't connect to like a server that's in Mexico, I have a thing that won't let me connect there.
Is it a love connection? Like Chuck Woolery? We'll be back in 2 and 2.
Let's see. Miriam said no $5 tickets. Lame. Yeah. Heather said we hardly ever go to the movies. We really don't go to the movies.
When
we
you
had a
have-
movie pass.
We did because, and back when the kids were little, it wound up being cheaper to buy every movie we wanted to see than to go to the movies with the 5 of us.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we for a little while we had one of those movie things where we paid like $10 a month and we got 2 free movies.
But they went out.
And then they just went out of business. Fortunately, we got most of our year because you
Yeah.
had to pay for a whole year in advance. But now AMC down here, which they own a lot of the movie codes, they have this thing where you can get they have a free movie club. And it's
Okay.
just you pay $5 on Tuesdays to go to the movies. And then the popcorn and the soda and all that stuff is like free refills any size you want.
Well, it's a good thing because I like to
We
eat a
don't-
lot of popcorn.
Well, but the
we
kids
don't get
like
our
it.
we don't get our
But
value out of that.
then they have another plan where you get a discounted movie ticket and free popcorn and stuff. And then they have another one where you get 3 free movies a month. And
Okay.
that's like $15 a month, which is still not
That's
bad
a
at all.
good deal.
But we just don't go. We did the other one as it was a forced date. Like having that one movie thing that we bought for a year, it was now you have to find time to go on a date.
Which I really think is important. I mean, we joke about that being a forced date, but I think you almost have to schedule these things. You have to schedule time with your kids that's not like mom taxiing. You need
Right.
like a date night with your kids and you need a date night with your spouse, and you just have to just pencil it in and make it happen because it's usually the first thing to go is time with your family.
That's right.
And you just need to make that time.
Yeah, so now what we generally do is I just wait for it to come out on iTunes, which is only like 2 months after it hits the movie theater anyway, and I buy it. Because I figure the most it costs me to buy a movie on iTunes is $20.
Yeah.
That is cheaper than having the tickets to go to the movie theater. I can press pause to go pee.
Yeah.
We can go get a drink. We don't have to. We can actually eat keto-friendly foods.
Because I seriously am sitting there not enjoying a movie in the movie theater because I'm thinking like, is this an okay time to pee? When do you think is an okay time to pee? Oh, Rachel, you've got to pee. Like, I'm completely...
And I don't get the popcorn
Thinking
anymore,
about that.
but I do get a drink. And because they charge you so much money for a drink and it's free refills, I'm getting my money's worth for the drink. So I usually refill it at least twice, which means I have to go to the bathroom like 3 times during a movie. Dana said, now we have a Holy Super Christmas Eve. We normally do movies on Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And said, we don't go to the movies twice in 25 years.
Wow.
Tara said, I usually relax at home on Christmas Eve. I make a nice meal and spend time with my husband.
That is the best.
Miriam said, I don't like going to the movies on those days. I want to play with my kids as much as possible and new toys. I'm still feeling Christmas magic, so I don't want it to stop.
That's good. And actually, I miss the kids having like little toys, you know, like when they're still young and stuff. I couldn't really jump on with them when they're playing like Call of Duty if they would get that for Christmas. But when the kids were little, I actually enjoy being with the nephews on Christmas morning because
Well,
they're
that's
still
because
getting
they're still playing toys and
they're
stuff.
still getting little toys.
Chris said, I deeply despise working on holidays and Sundays. I don't want to be the guy that makes people have to work on holidays or Sundays, so I'd rather hang out at home.
That's nice.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we've kind of gotten that way too, with the exception of we're still Black Friday shoppers. Sorry.
Yeah.
But, yeah, on Christmas Day, we're not doing anything other. We did say yesterday, if you missed it, we're going to go to Wawa in the morning before we go to Rachel's mom's house for Christmas, and we're going to buy everybody their lunch. Everybody that's working. Everybody that's working, not everybody in the store. We're not walking in like, beer's on us! You know? We're just going to buy everybody that's working in our local Wawa that we go to every day. So, let's see. Heather said, so will Christmas Live be early? Yes, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Eastern time. Sorry, I know it's early, but...
Yeah.
But we have that, then we're going to the movies, and then we're doing Christmas Eve in the park with our church.
Which we are trying...
It's super cool that the city of Parkland is letting us have Christmas Eve in a public park.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I'm excited about that. The city of Parkland is where the Parkland shooting happened a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. It's a community that is still, reeling in it. The day before the shooting... It was, what was it, like the safest place in America? It was in like the top 5 safest places to live in America. And then this devastating thing happened. And we've just been so blessed to be a part of that community and to just be able to do life with them as they try to like find out what is the new normal.
Yep.
And we're really excited to have this first Christmas Eve service there in the park. Yeah. Excited.
Miriam said, I love fried eggs. They're my favorite. Oh, Anne said she met her husband working in the library.
Oh, how romantic.
Patty Smith said, keto meetup this Saturday. We should video chat with 2KK.
How fun is that?
That would be awesome, actually.
I would love that.
Tara said, I refuse to shop on holidays for that very reason. Chris said, don't forget it may be gigabit down, but the speed is asymmetrical. The upload speed is far slower than the download speed. I know, you're speaking like complete Greek to Rachel, but we actually I was impressed on speed test. We have a really good upload speed. Our upload speed was like 70 gigabits.
High five.
You don't know what we're talking about.
No, but I like to celebrate
That's faster than most people's download speeds.
Okay.
So, Terry said, I was wondering what happened to my Christmas shirt and check today. I never actually hit place order button.
That's happened to me.
I have done that a few times with Amazon.
Okay, the worst thing that I do is answer somebody's text message, but don't hit send. How many times do you do that? Especially when it's somebody that you don't talk to super often, and then the next time that they text you, you see the last time that you almost sent them a text.
Yeah. Heather said there was a list of cheeses on the box. Wow.
Nuh-uh. Are you serious?
Miriam said, we are not doing a meetup on this Saturday because of the holiday, but we should do a 2KK. Yeah. We could see if they will do it in January on the 18th. We will absolutely do that.
There is totally information about what cheeses is in here.
We will absolutely do that, Miriam. I'd love to do that. And you got to let us know when you want us to join you guys on your live stream.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So, let's see. Heather said, I did that with something when my mom wanted to order. Her was not happy with me. I've done that a couple times with things that Rachel told me. Can you order this? And then I never hit the actual, like, place order button.
Yeah.
Because you get distracted or you think you hit it. Or I had something, a lot of times if it's something that comes where you can get a warranty.
Don't forget, I want those Hooters pantyhose.
So if you get something with a warranty, like let's say you're buying an iPad or buying a piece of camera equipment, sometimes you get a little pop-up that says, do you want the Amazon protection plan or something? You have to hit yes or no, and if you don't, it doesn't place the order. So I've done that quite a few times, and then go back like 2 days later and still seeing, well, who are we kidding? I never go 2 days without looking at my Amazon cart. Well, like 2 hours later is probably the better thing.
But that's the annoying thing, too. I've noticed even at my Dollar Tree, they've started doing this thing that, like, when you've placed the order, you're thinking the card's going through, and then I'm putting stuff away in my purse, and it asks you another final question, which is, are you sure you want to do this? And it's like, well, yeah. I wouldn't be standing here at the cashier, like, with bagged things if I didn't want to hit. I don't understand why they need that extra thing.
The extra thing.
And I always forget to hit it or to look for it. And the cashier always has to say, like, excuse me, like, are you sure you want to do this? And it's like,
That reminds me, I have to order my protection plan for my laptop. It's like $300, but if you drop it, at least it's covered.
And we will drop it.
I am waiting to the very last minute. You have 60 days to get it from the time you get it. So I'm waiting to the last minute.
Butterfingers.
We'll also be using Caleb's student discount.
Yes, that's a good thing too. If you have anybody in your life.
Yeah, if you are an Apple fan and you have anybody in your life who is in college with an EDU address, you can go onto the Apple website and you'll see there's a place down on the bottom says like Apple for Education, and you can get college prices. And it's not a big deal. It's not even like Best Buy's where you have to go through and enter in the EDU and put it through. Just call them up, say like, this is for a college student, or like I'm a college student. And you get like, it's a significant discount, like $100, $200 off of things. I think off of the protection plans, depending on the level of plan. I know on his iPad, it was like a $50 savings for the protection plan on the iPad.
Yeah.
So just for being a student.
Yeah.
So they have
Got
good
any
things
kiddos
for that.
at home.
Teachers too. If you're a teacher, they give you good discounts. Terry said Red Robin has a great royal burger with cheese, bacon, and egg. As for cheddar instead of American, it's delicious. No bun, of course. So I have never had Red Robin.
Red Robin has some stinking good burgers,
They opened a Red Robin in Florida, close to us anyway, right when I started keto, and we were going to go, and then we're like, but there's like, the only reason everybody ever talks about Red Robin is they have
bottomless
like
fries.
great shakes and the bottomless fries. And we're like, we can't have that. So what's the point?
But the burgers are incredible, and I used to go there a lot when I lived in Virginia. There was a lot more Red Robins around in Northern Virginia, and they're really good.
He's got it. He said, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. It's true. It's like, so everybody knows I'm a lacrosse official, right? So in lacrosse, you have a face-off after every like goal and to start each quarter.
Goal!
So what happens is you put the ball down. It's kind of like a jump ball for basketball, but you put the ball down, they put their crosses up.
And he's back to talking about things I don't understand.
And, you know, when I blow my whistle, they're going to try to get the ball. And there's certain things that they can't do. Like they can't have their hand on the plastic. They can't use their fingers to try to grab the ball. So like, you'll have them like this, and you'll see them take their 3 fingers and try to push the ball into their cross.
Oh my
goodness. Well, that's a 3-minute penalty for doing that.
Wow.
So, like, there's all these different things they can't do.
So shady.
And so we talk about, like, there's no face-off guy that doesn't cheat, or at least try to cheat.
That's terrible.
Every face-off guy tries to cheat, and it's the same thing. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. So U.S. Lacrosse a couple years ago...
That's not good.
Yeah, but here's the best part. U.S. Lacrosse a couple years ago actually hired a coach because they're coached to, this is how you cheat. This is how, and I've known college coaches for lacrosse who've told me, like, I've coached my kids to do this. Like, how to ward off without getting caught. How to palm the ball without getting caught. Like,
oh my
this is what the official is looking for, so this is how you do it without them seeing you do it.
So is this like a catch me if you can thing? Like a Leonardo DiCaprio, like hire the guy to show you?
That's exactly what U.S. Lacrosse did. They hired the coach who is best known for coaching his kids on how to cheat and win on a face-off. And U.S. Lacrosse hired him to do a training video to train officials
what to look for.
What to look for that he is teaching his kids to do.
If you can't beat them,
I
join
teach
them.
my kids to do this with their fingers. So he's like, so when you're watching the face-off, look here because this is what I'm teaching them to do.
Gracious.
So it's like the cheater is teaching the officials how to beat him. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
I think it's cool. Tara said, I love a fried egg on my burger.
Yes, I didn't used to, but now I love it.
Rachel said, I've never liked American processed cheese. Real cheese for me, too. I used to love American cheese, but not like those individual wrap ones. I would get, like, the Kraft Deluxe. I don't know. It just tasted more like
fancy
cheese.
fake.
Or you would go to the deli counter and get, like, the sliced American. I never liked those ones in the package.
I never liked Kraft singles, but I always like cheddar, just like real cheese.
But it was funny because we were at church the other day and someone said, like, Rachel put out the cheese platter and they're like, well, all cheese is keto. I'm like, not all cheese. American cheese is not keto. Aside from the fact that it's not real cheese.
It's not really cheese.
Most of those American cheese things have like 2, 3, 4 carbs per slice.
That was like Velveeta.
Yeah. Miriam wants to know how long we've been married and how and where did you two meet? We were going to actually do a video on that, weren't we?
Yeah.
So we have been married 11 years. It'll be 12 years in May.
Yes.
May, right? Yeah, I'm just kidding.
We're going to see a live stream death.
May, 12 years in May. We've been together already for 12 years. We met in March. Well, actually April, because it was like 3 days after Caleb's birthday.
So my family owned a baseball card store, collectibles store, and they also owned a comic book store.
Right.
And guess which one I managed? Not the sports store. So I managed the comic book store, and Joe was a coach for Little League. He was super involved in Little League.
I spent like 40 hours a week on a Little League field back then.
And so he had a team one year of some very precocious little boys who needed an incentive to get their act together in the dugout. And so he came in to purchase some baseball cards.
Because they had one website for both businesses. So I just thought the stores sold both.
Yes.
I didn't realize that it was like one store was a comic book store and one store was...
So he came in to buy baseball cards for his team.
Saw you in your beautiful brown corduroy pants.
All brown. And yeah, so we struck up a conversation, and I thought it was awesome that he was a single dad that was just totally in love with his kids and loved being a dad and loved being in the lives of kids. And so, yeah, I mean.
And then we spent every day together for a year.
Yeah.
Right? Literally. But honestly, what we did something that was a little weird for most people. We went on our first date like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Right? Because we talked on the phone a bunch, and then we went on our first date a couple days later. We went to the movies. Do you remember what movie we saw?
We saw Are We There Yet?
Are We There Yet? And then we went out to eat. And I remember we went out to Ruby Tuesdays, and Rachel was immediately like, what kind of guy is this? He's ordering a burger with hot sauce and a side of jalapenos.
Yes.
And that was what I was eating.
All I could think of, he's going to slowly die.
And I was an umpire for baseball. I gave up umpiring baseball to do lacrosse because at the same time for high school. But I was an umpire for baseball, and the day before, I had gotten hit in the hand by a fastball, and I had broken the bones in my hand.
Yes.
And so Rachel was sitting on this side of me in the movie theater and was insistent on holding my hand the entire movie, squeezing my hand.
I know.
And I'm like trying to not make a sound.
My hand is broken.
So, but it was good. So what happened was after the movie, we were just talking, and she was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm going home. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go take, Caleb to go bowling. And I was, not for nothing, but here's the thing. You have a kid, I have 2 kids, and why don't we just get them together right now? Because if I don't like your kid, and you don't like my kids, and they don't like each other, there is no point on going on another date. So we literally had a second date the same day.
Yes.
And then after that, pretty much every one of our dates were family get-togethers. Go to the park, and it was almost every day.
Yeah.
And we just hung out every day for a year with the kids, trying to blend them to make sure this was going to work.
And we have talked about the first time Caleb met you later that day, right?
Yes, we've talked about that.
We're bald.
So that is how we met and how we became a family. So.
Yay.
Tina said, Terry, I love the Royal at Red Robin. I go there for that burger every chance I get.
That place has got great burgers.
So Terry said, when I didn't know better, I used to decor American processed cheese, now real cheese, please.
Yeah.
Heather said we don't have to do anything to get me behind. I can just not answer every text message. I want to read everybody's messages. Rachel said, I always pee when I go to see a movie.
Yes, always.
Chris said, nope, just get him monologuing and we're all set.
Monologuing. You got me monologuing.
Miriam said it's hard to make date nights with the kids. We are way more successful if we put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
We do 1 kid per week. The kid chooses. Saturday, I watch Persuasion with Audrey.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie. Oh my goodness. You're talking out with Kieran Hines, Persuasion. That is like one of my favorite movies ever. I'm convinced that Miriam is my soulmate.
Slap-a-Six said I refused to go to the bathroom at a theater. I had to quit taking my daughter because she wants to go midway through.
Yeah.
Rachel said I only have 1 day off a week, so I never get a date night or pamper myself.
Oh my goodness. Well, you got to take a day off. It's worth it.
Chanel said that's what my parents did too. 1 kid per week. It always made me feel special, though they took time out of their day to do something with me.
It's always, I always think, especially for guys, it's nice. I always wanted when the kids were like turning, 15, 16, you're going on a date with mom, just so that I want you to like go out and have an evening with a lady who loves you, who doesn't see you as a wallet. Like, you are precious, you are awesome. A lot of times you see where, dads will take their daughters out on a date, to let them know how precious that they are. I think it's important too for moms to budget that time with the guys.
Chris said we're going to be doing our Keto Chow Facebook Live at the normal 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 Mountain on Christmas Eve, but it's going to be like 20 minutes or at most.
Oh, good.
We probably won't be able to make that one.
Yeah, we'll probably be.
The pastor said we'll be done by 7 o'clock. Service is only 50 minutes, and then bounce houses and stuff like that. So.
Bounce houses.
Slap It 6 said I won't be in any live chats on Christmas Eve. Sorry, 2KK and Keto Chow.
That's okay.
Chris said 70 megabits, not gigabits. Silly goose Joe. Yes, I know.
Gigabits.
It's a long day. Tara said I wore my Christmas sweatshirt running errands yesterday and got so many compliments.
Awesome. Hey, Jason. What's up, family?
Where is Jason? Which
He was
Jason
up at
is
the
it?
front.
I missed it. Oh, no, Jason Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, family? Tara said I'm like you, Rachel. My husband leaves work at about 8:45 every night, and I usually only last another 30 minutes or so. If the weather is sketchy, I stay up long enough to confirm he made it.
That's nice.
I want somebody to stay up for me when I come home late from my games.
Sorry, Charlie.
Rachel never can stay up for my games.
I try. I'm like, oh, I'm trying.
I will call her and say, like, I'm on my way home, and I already like, she's out. Like, oh? I'm like, I'm on my way home.
I do usually say a prayer for you.
Miriam said, okay, Joe, I'm going to put you on the calendar for January 18th, 6:30 Mountain Time.
Awesome.
Okay. Tara said, hey, Jason. Heather said, I love military discounts. I ask everywhere I go. I save a lot of money that way.
That's great. That's smart.
Rachel said, my son Preston is in his 6th year of college with 1 more year to go. Not sure what laptop he has right now, though.
Wow, it's worth checking because there's a lot of discounts on all kinds of things. There's even an Amazon Prime. I think you can get Amazon Prime at a discount.
Yeah, the only thing you always have to, you can get $50 for Amazon Prime if you're a college student.
There you go.
The only thing you have to be careful like with the Apple college discounts is sometimes it's a discount off of their regular rate.
Oh.
And Amazon never puts anything on sale except for 1 day a year on Black Friday. And even there, it's not a sale. It's you get a gift card when you buy something.
Okay.
So, but like if you want, for example, a MacBook, like this one right now, if you want to go buy it, you're going to pay full price at Apple. But if you go on to Amazon or Best Buy or anywhere else, it's on sale right now for a couple $100s off. So a lot of times, like that education pricing will be what the sale price is everywhere else.
Right.
So it's only valuable on something that's not on sale somewhere else.
Do your legwork.
Yeah, I check everything. Whenever I'm buying an Apple product, I check the certified refurbished, I check their education pricing place, and then I start like Amazon and everybody else. And I just recently found that place in Utah. If you're looking for anything Apple, there's a place in Utah.
What was it called?
Expercom.com. It's like EXPERCOM.com, and they're like an official Apple place. All they sell is Apple stuff.
And it was
they
a
have
deep
good
discount.
prices.
Yeah.
And they sell a lot of used stuff. Miriam said, I don't like going to Red Robin because the fries and I have a relationship and I want to be successful.
Yes. Katie. Hi, Katie.
Patty said maybe Red Robin would do unlimited steamed broccoli.
Ooh, that's good.
Heather said unlimited bacon would be awesome.
We need unlimited bacon in our life.
Oh, I gotta go flip my bacon. We're making our own bacon, so you gotta flip it every single day.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're cooking bacon on the stove, and I was like, dude, it's like an hour. Like
all I know is
burnt.
I paid $25 for 9 pounds of pork belly. So if I get 9 pounds of bacon out of that, and I made it, that's a pretty good deal.
Please do not kill us.
Tara said we don't eat much because I have trust issues at restaurants. I have so many food allergies, and I've been roofied one too many times.
Yeah. Joe definitely got gun shy when we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and they gave him a Pepsi. instead of a diet.
I knew I liked Heath. You bend the rules without breaking them. It's not illegal if you don't get caught.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you and Heath on a road trip could be dangerous.
Oh, we'd have a blast. We'll get me, Heath, Phil, and Chris. Yeah, we'll take a road trip.
Okay, so ladies, we'll get the bail money ready.
Anthony and I have you're talking about 50 things before 50. You know what this is not obviously before 50 because I can't afford to do it. But before I die, Anthony and I both want to go to every Disney World or Disneyland in the world.
Oh well, I want to go. I want to go too.
So Miriam said, I'm out, guys. Headed to take 3 kids to an orthodontist. Have a lovely day.
Have a great day.
Yeah, my sister said, you're right. It's not cheating unless you get caught. Slapstick said, there's some American cheese. It's keto. It's the real stuff. It's not individually wrapped. It's good. It's not the cheap stuff you're all talking about, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rachel said, congrats on 11 years of wedded bliss.
Thank you.
Miriam said, your anniversary is in May. Chris and my anniversary is in May. What day? No, don't tell him.
If it is the 15th,
I said don't tell him.
I'm going to freak out. Oh my God.
Heather said, I invited Phil over for supper and he never left. Well, that's cool.
How romantic is that?
Chris said, never. It's not like we got to renew his driver's license. She said, never. Rachel said, do you have any problems with your hand since you broke it, Joe? Sometimes I do. The bigger problem I have with this hand is that one day, and this was a few years ago actually, I was up in somebody's attic. They asked me to fix it because I do everything. I do handyman work for people. I was up in their attic because they had a leak in their air conditioner, which was in the attic. And when I was coming down, I had my hands like this.
Right, bracing
like lowering
yourself
down, and my hand went like this, and I tore the meniscus. And so every once in a while, it's gotten a lot better since keto.
It really has.
But what would happen is every once in a while, I can't close these 2 fingers because I hurt the nerves. But I remember it was, worst thing, it was 2 days, it was Christmas Eve, I think it was.
Yes,
it was Christmas Eve, and again, video gamer, playing Call of Duty with the boys, and I'm like, I can't play video games. I couldn't run the controller.
Priorities.
And I was so upset because I couldn't play against all the Christmas noobs, because anybody who's a video gamer knows, all of the kids who've never played before get the video game on Christmas, and you go in and beat them up in their games. And
Look what he looks forward to.
I couldn't play video games.
You're a children's pastor.
But it took 2 years to really start feeling better. But Rachel would get annoyed because every once in a while she'd be like, can you rub my back a little bit? And then be like, I can't, my hand really hurts.
Sorry, babe. Hand's hurting.
I wasn't lying, though. Slappus met his wife on eHarmony. Computers said we'd be a good fit.
Aw, and they were right.
Tariffs, that's how she met her husband. We dated 6 months and got married at the art museum.
Oh my gosh, what a cool place to get married.
Heather still does kid dates with my adult kids when they think I'm weird, but they like it.
No, it's beautiful.
Slapstick dated for a year, then engaged for a year, now married for 10 and a half. I trust computers to make those decisions. I proposed on April Fool's Day.
Was she like, no joke?
With
Seriously?
a lot of fake rings.
Aw, that's so nice.
Heather said she calls Phil at work every night before she goes to bed. You guys are awesome.
She's a really good wife.
Chris wants to know what she calls him. Rachel is amused by Chris and Heather. They're both awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Holly said no more Red Robin because of her love of their fries.
Hey, you got to know your limitations.
Carla said Red Robin does do all-you-can-eat steamed broccoli. That's what I get.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Chris said don't burn the bacon. The problem I always see with making my own bacon is slicing it. I'll end up making inch-thick slices. Now, I like thick sliced bacon, but I do have that really awesome knife that I bought for cutting, where there's no sharp blade on it.
Yeah.
And it's awesome for cutting super thin slices like brisket and stuff like that. So I got in trouble when I bought that knife.
Slightly.
Terry said they have bottomless broccoli and salad at Red Robin.
Wow.
Okay. Anne's pretty much stopped eating out. We go to Buffalo Wild Wings. That's pretty much our place. And I will take the kids for going to Tucker Duke's, but only because we can get those $15 like for $30 gift cards there.
Yeah, that's
through
always
Groupon.
Groupon is still like kind of a cool place to find different things,
Yeah.
especially during the holidays. They usually have some really good restaurant specials.
Pre-keto, that was the only way Rachel and I ever went out to eat was Groupon. Like whatever was like 15 for 30 or 10 for 20, we go, where do you want to go? And we pick one of the things that had a Groupon deal, like that's where we're going.
Yep.
We never were going out for like $100 meal. Slapastic said, you're making your bacon, you'll get 9 pounds out of it so long as you coated it well to cure it. I think I coated it pretty well. I did it yesterday, so I'm excited about it. We bought 2 pork bellies. One of them is in the refrigerator. I'm probably just going to put it in the freezer and then get this one going and then start the other one a week or 2 later. He said, Shelly Parker, what is the ETA on my slicer? I do have a meat slicer.
Yes, he does.
I do have a meat slicer.
It's a kitchen gadget, right? So of course he has it.
Chris said he'll be the designated driver on the road trip. It's fun being the teetotaler.
Aw, that's awesome.
Holly said, I have a meat slicer from Harbor Freight. It works mostly, not the best though.
The thing with keto is it almost makes everybody have to be a teetotaler, right?
Yeah.
Like one drink after, if you're not used to, you know, I mean, if you are on keto, you can't drink. I mean, it's like,
Yep.
you get drunk very fast.
Let's see. Oh, Slapastic said, slicing it is horrible, and I'm about to get me a commercial grade meat slicer just for bacon. Katie said her husband and her were married on the 15th of May in 2007.
Oh, that's
our
awesome.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Carla said,
buddy.
I love your 50 before 50. I'm a huge Disney fan. My whole house is done in Mickey Mouse.
Oh, that's so
That's awesome.
neat.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hit them all before I'm 50 because I'm 49.
Well,
But-
maybe.
So what happened was Anthony and I were watching a thing on them making Shanghai Disneyland
Oh, yeah.
while we were doing all of the wrapping of all of the shipping. And so it was really cool watching them build it, and they were going into like Shanghai and saying like they were trying to make people feel like this is actually belongs here in China. So they eliminated anything that was Americanized about Disneyland. Like there's no train.
Huh.
Like the train's not there.
No Main Street USA, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and there's no there's no Jungle Cruise.
Oh, I
And
love
so
the Jungle Cruise.
Couple of other things, but they were trying to make it uniquely Shanghai,
Which is cool.
which I thought was really cool. But again, Disney does everything quickly, and so they were talking about how like what it looked like just 2 weeks before it was even opening, and you could barely tell this was supposed to be a theme park.
My thing is the details. I'm a details person, and I love the details that Disney puts into everything.
The funny part was, so then we were watching another one. And they were talking about them making what is that? The thing they just added at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, Avatar.
Avatar. So they were interviewing the guy who built all of Animal Kingdom.
Right.
Like, have you ever seen this guy? I'd never known what he looks like, but he's
Yes.
got like one ear with just a bunch of earrings, and it's like stretched all the way down.
Yes.
And I looked at Anthony, and it's interesting because he was talking about how he was trying to come up with all of these different things that how are we going to make Avatar? Because Avatar was all about lights, and Animal Kingdom was never open at night. So they had to do all of this and then building the robot and everything else. And I just looked at Anthony and I'm like, what is the chance that guy would have worked for Disney when Walt Disney was alive?
No chance.
Because Walt Disney, you weren't allowed to have facial hair. It's only recent that you're allowed to work for Disneyland and have facial hair.
Because facial hair is villains.
That's right. If people don't know, that's why. Like I used to be in sales, and that was the thing is you never wanted to have facial hair because facial hair subconsciously you think of like all of the villains from the cartoons when you were a kid. Every one of them
Like-
had facial hair.
What's the guy, the Dastardly?
Dastardly, all of them. Everybody always had a mustache, right? You think about the evil like scientists and things like that. So that is why he never wanted any facial hair. And it's only recent that if you want to work at Disney World, you can have facial hair, but you can't be growing it.
Right.
You have to come in with
the
it
beard.
or go on vacation and you can come back when you have full facial hair. But you can't be in the middle of growing your facial hair. Like coming in with a new beard or a new mustache.
Wow.
It's got to be either nothing or all of it.
All or nothing.
Chris said their anniversary is May 6th, the day after Cinco de Mayo. Even better, it was May 6, 2000, so it's super easy to calculate how long we've been together.
Aww.
Rachel said, ouch, Joe, your hand story. It's been 10 minutes before you read this. Finally got to the end of a live stream. Hello. That's from Kristen.
Hey.
Holly said, the two crazy ketos are the best. We love watching them.
We love you guys. And talk about inspiring. You guys inspire us every single day. We love hearing your stories about what you're doing and your keto journey. So please don't stop posting those, because they are reaching all kinds of people.
Right.
And your unique journey and how you're feeling and what's going better in your life, no matter what age you are, no matter what your circumstances are, it's really blessing other people, because we get messages all of the time.
I just realized, so to make sure that the camera didn't freeze tonight, I unplugged the power to the laptop. So we started at 100%. We have 25%. So we got to finish this up before the laptop goes dead, because then the stream goes dead.
Ruh-roh.
Ann said we'll be married for 45 years on July 5th.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
Anthony's birthday.
That's beautiful.
No, Anthony's birthday is not the 5th. That's somebody's birthday.
No, his
Anthony's
is
the
the
3rd.
3rd.
Your mom's the 4th, but I know somebody who's the 5th. I don't remember who it is, though. Heath and Shelly met on Facebook. They dated 6 weeks and they got married.
Oh my goodness.
Slap-a-Six said, I make bacon and brisket, and even with my uneven slices, I just cook it low and slow, but I've gotten better with a sharper knife.
Wow.
It's all about having a
All
good
about
knife.
the knife.
Rachel said, you got me craving bacon right now.
Got the Crocodile Dundee knife.
Chris met Miriam on October 30th. They were engaged 2.5 weeks later because I waited a week to ask.
Oh.
One of her friends convinced me I didn't need a ring to propose.
Oh my goodness, that's so romantic. She's if you've seen her
I've seen their
wedding
engagement,
pictures,
their
she's
wedding
a
pictures.
baby.
They're both babies.
They're babies.
Ann said we're having bacon and scrambled eggs for dinner.
Ooh, nice.
KJ said, how do you fit all of those gadgets in the kitchen? Very carefully. And some of them go into the garage. I have some things I'm actually going to get rid of that I never use anymore. Like,
What do you never use?
I never use my panini / like George Foreman. It's not a George Foreman. It's made by Breville. It's actually a really good one. But I never use that indoor griddle anymore because we have the smoker, which I think does a better job. And I hate cleaning the grease out of that thing. And it smokes up the house. So anytime we want something like that, we just go turn on the smoker and do it out there on the grill. So I'm definitely getting rid of that thing. Don't use it.
Who
It's
wants it?
It's in the garage. Ann said, breakfast for dinner, it's the best.
Yes.
Chris said they are not kitchen gadgets. They are medical devices to help you maintain your health and wellness and are an investment.
I love
Good
that.
point. KJ said, had taco soup from the Southern Keto Cookbook for dinner. Yummy.
Ooh, yum.
Heather said it should be a medical tax write-off.
I think it should.
Agree.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Eat your way to better health.
KJ said, can you use FSA dollars on those gadgets?
Ooh, wouldn't that be nice?
Let's see. Katie said, did the ornaments ever make it to you? Trying to figure out if they took off to Seattle or something. Which ones are Katie's?
We have not.
I know that there's something new at the box. I got a message about it today. I'm going to pick them up tomorrow.
Haven't seen them yet.
Okay. Because I know you have a couple that I need to put into the computer that you have not sent me pictures for. I have to put on our website. Chris said, what if I coat my face in plastic? Can I grow out facial hair and still work for Disney?
Why not? Try it.
Carla said, when I worked at the Disney store, men weren't allowed to have facial hair or tattoos. I recently went to a Disney store and saw both. Yeah, they changed it a few years ago. But again, you have to have it fully grown when you get in there.
But you know, a lot of businesses feel like that. I have a tattoo on my ankle, and I remember even when I worked at Party City, I had to make sure that it was always covered.
Yeah. Joe said Whole Foods now carries the kosher Redmond salt refill bag for $8, which is cheaper than their website and Amazon. And if you have Prime in the Amazon card, you get it for another 5% off.
That is awesome. What a good tip.
Thank you. Carla said we celebrate our 41st anniversary at Disney Wonder in April.
Oh my gracious, that's beautiful.
My sister was told no more gadgets, and she has no more gadgets since they have no more room. You guys have a bigger kitchen than I do. And you don't have as many gadgets as I do. But honestly, I get my idea for most of my gadgets from my mother. So
yeah, she usually finds something cool.
Ann said I'm addicted to kitchen gadgets. I'm out of counter space, and I have a lot of counter space.
Yep.
I'm just gonna start coming across the bar.
I know it. I'm ready for this.
The worst one is the ice cream maker. The ice cream maker takes up so much room, and we only use it like once a week. But we
have to have that.
Here's the thing about kitchen gadgets: you put it away, you never use it again. So it's got to be out and visible. Then you remember to use it.
We need to have the ice cream maker.
Eileen said Sun just came home from college and a weirdo hates breakfast for dinner, so 3 weeks until we can do it again.
Aw.
Teal said, didn't Walt Disney have a thin mustache? That was the ironic part about the whole thing, is he had a mustache, but he wouldn't allow anybody to have a mustache.
He's the only bad guy.
Yeah. Colleen said, hey, y'all.
Hey.
Rachel said, make your son take a nap before supper so he'll wake up to breakfast.
There you go. That's a good idea. That
hey,
fixes
we're caught up.
Awesome.
Just in time. It is 6 o'clock. I have 17% left on my laptop battery.
Perfect timing.
So perfect timing. We're going to end today's stream. You don't have a song to sing now.
I don't, but I do want to say just thank you guys again for how you inspire everybody in your life, but especially thank you for inspiring us.
Yes.
You make every day a good day. So we're really just thankful for you guys.
Terry hid all the kitchen gadgets in the empty liquor cabinet.
Did you say gabbets?
Gadgets.
Oh, okay.
Chris said the ice cream maker is on the counter. Absolutely, it's on the counter.
Every day, always.
So, guys, that is today's stream. We will check in with you guys tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And make sure you also go check out the Keto Chow live stream at 9:30.
We'll be in there.
We'll be in there. So, we'll see everybody tomorrow.
Have a great night.
Bye.
We love you.